Good morning, students. From today, we will be learning a new chapter, which is Getting to Know Plants. We all know that Earth is the only planet that supports life. And one major reason behind it is the availability of oxygen. And plants are the major sources from which we obtain oxygen. And also, plants acts as the primary producers from which the other consumers obtain their food. Also, plant provides shelter to a wide variety of organisms, other than which there are herbal preparations and medicines that can be obtained from plants. So, plants are one of the most essential living organisms on Earth. They are immensely beneficial to both animals and human beings. They produce oxygen, which is crucial for the survival of living organisms. Trees provide shelter to animals and are also known for their medicinal benefits. It is estimated that there are over 4 lakh kinds of plants. The plants are classified into two broad groups, which are flowering plants and non-flowering plants, which may further be classified into subgroups. Plants like rose, jasmines are examples of flowering plant, and plants like ferns and mosses are examples of non-flowering plants. Now, we shall study the classification of plants. Plants are classified on the basis of the thickness of the stem and the place of origin of the branches and the height that they reach. Thus, the plants are classified as herbs, shrubs, trees, climbers, and creepers. Herbs are plants that have green and fragile stem. Usually, these are small plants with not many branches. They are usually less than 30 centimeters in height. The next category is the shrubs. These are plants with hard but not thick stems. Their branches generally originate from the base of the stem. These are much taller than herbs but usually shorter than trees. The next category of plants are trees. These are plants which are very tall and have a thick and a hard stem. The stem of the trees are also referred to as trunk. The trees have branches which originates from the upper part of the tree, while some trees do not have branches. Examples of herbs include mint, coriander, and for shrubs, it is hibiscus and rose. And for trees, those which have branches are mango, neem, etc. And those which does not have a branch are coconut, palm, etc. So the next two categories of plants are creepers and climbers. Creepers are plants which have a soft, weak and green stem and hence they cannot stand straight. But instead, they spread on the ground. They creep on the ground, thus giving the name creepers. And the next category is climbers. These are plants with soft and weak stem, but instead of spreading on the ground, they take the support with a nearby object and they climb upon the object. Thus, they are called as climbers. Example of creepers are watermelon, pumpkin, etc. And for climbers, it is bottle gourd, money plant, grapevine, etc. So, what are flowering plants? Plants which has a flower is called as flowering plants. It is estimated that there are more than 2,60,000 kinds of flowering plants. In spite of its huge variety, the basic parts and structure remains the same. A flowering plant consists of two main systems, which is root and shoot system. The roots stem and leaf are the vegetative part of the plant, while the flowers, fruits and seeds are the reproductive part of the plant. So now we shall see the parts of the plant. A plant has many parts such as root, stem, leaf, flower and fruit. Different parts perform different functions. The part of the plant that appears above the ground level is called as shoot system, while the part of the plant which lies underneath the soil surface is called as the root system. Now we will be studying about the root system. Roots are the most important and it is an underground part of the plant which are collectively called as the root system. They are the major part which anchors the plant firmly to the soil. They absorb and transport water and minerals from the soil, and they also store reserve food material. And one important characteristic of root is that it always grows towards moisture and towards gravity, as you can see in this picture. So now we shall study the types of roots. The roots are of two types, which is fibrous root and taproot. Fibrous root grows as clusters of fine, similar sized roots from the base of the stem. These roots spread in all directions but do not grow very deep. Examples of plant having fibrous root are tomato, brinjal and wheat. You can see the picture of fibrous root here. The next type of root is the taproot. It is the primary root that grows downwards when a seed germinates. The taproot is long and tapering, as you can see in this picture, and it is distinct from the lateral roots. The lateral roots, which comes from the primary root, is also known as the secondary root, and tertiary roots are the ones which originates from the secondary root. Examples of plant having taproot are carrot, turnip, radish, etc. Next, we shall study about the modifications of root. In some plants, the roots are modified to perform special functions, which includes storing food and providing support. The first amongst it is the storage roots. Large and fleshy taproots of plants such as carrots and beetroots serves as underground storehouses of food. As you can see in this picture, the taproot stores the food. The next type of storage roots are called as tuberous root, where it is a modification of the lateral root which is enlarged to function as storage organ. The storage root can be produced at the middle or at the end of the roots. Examples of tuberous root are sweet potato. The next modification is the supporting root. There are several types of supporting root. The first amongst it is the prop root. These roots develop from the branches of the trees and it hangs downwards and penetrates into the ground. Thereby they offer support to the tree. Examples is the roots of banyan tree. The next type of supporting root is stilt root. These are roots that grow from the basal node of the stem and they penetrate into the soil, giving the support to the plant. Example is the roots of sugarcane, as you can see in this picture. And the next type is the climbing roots. These roots arise from the nodes and attach themselves to some support to climb over it. Thus, they provide the support to the plant. Example of a plant having a climbing root is money plant. Thank you, students.